frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. James has got it, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here in this first series. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to go up, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
On the ready. Mike 51. All day, baby, all day.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Bridgewater now. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Squeeze, double.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got him, man. That's Trent Sherfield. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Bridgewater, throw left side, complete. That's Hodges. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. 40's a mark. Come to my work.
Here's Bridgewater. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Corey Grant. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, ball. Evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
50, 60. 59. 56. Hey, let's get this.
On second and 12, Stafford. This complete to Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
First down, Lions.
Ready? Blue 60. Stay with your man.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Set, lady. I don't think you got it, son. 53, ready. 61, matchbox lights. Slam.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come up in an offset eye. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Kill. Squeeze. Turn it up. Zoom.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
56, hey. Check 56. Watch the run. Mike 56. Come on. Zero. 56 to Mike.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Breaks through the contact. A very good return there. Give him an even 20-yard. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 1st down, Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. Big shot down. No.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Bridgewater on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the Lions first down.
Set. 180.
To throw is Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, 5-0. Hey, 5-7.
Running from the gun, Johnson. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's go, defense. Stay 50, stay 50. Check back,
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Right. Tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Throwing, Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, set and read. We're trying to cook it. Long day. That's going to be a long day.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Ricky. Hey, watch it. 66, pull it,
Kamara trying again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Check back, check back.
3rd and 2, Stafford. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Stafford now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 8. Check pass.
Operating from the gun. Stafford, flush to his right. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The decision for Todd Bowles, and he says let's go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. The Todd Bowles tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tracy Walker. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Will Harris. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Brings up 2nd and
10. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, let's go. 32.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. James has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go. 60 out low. Check tight, Aaron. Check tight. Check tight. Switch.
To the air again with Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Grant. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, Bridgewater. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. It's caught, Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. The stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Teddy Bridgewater. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's hey. Wahoo!
Stafford. That's caught. It's Peyton Barber. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford now to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stafford with his first throw of OT. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, we got a steal. We got a steal. We got a steal. 21. What? 2 beats up. Like 9. Like 9. You don't want none. You gotta get it. Pick up the ball. 9's the mic. 9's the mic. I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you over.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Double right.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan, as he... knocks that one away.
Brings up 4th down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Zebra! Shot! Check.
They snap it to Stafford. And this is incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Here we go. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. AT-Gator. Big stop, dude. Big stop. Let's go. Go, Mike 51. Hey.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for